booing.
Pat.
Dude, you look like Woody from Toy Story. Yeah.
Pat, you look more like George Michael than Kenny Chesney there.
I think George Michael is great. Well, let me tell you a little story about a man named Johnny Tar, hard drinking son of a preacher, always at the bar. Baby,
just do me a favor and never practice that in the men's bathroom, okay?
who else was sitting at the bar, Steve? Who else was there that morning? Oh yeah, these guys were there. Well, let me tell you a little story about a man named Johnny Tar. He was a hard drinking son of a preacher. Well, he was always at the bar. Sweet home Alabama.
Well, it was Alabama after all.
It was Alabama. And last but not least, I looked across the bar and I thought maybe the Bloody Marys are kicking in. But it was like an apparition. I was like, is that my childhood hero? Is that the fella, the first concert I ever went to up in Dublin at the RDS Simmons Court? I went, it is my legend of a hero. His name was Neil Diamond. And I said, hello, Neil. And he said, hello, my friend, hello. I couldn't believe it. I said, Neil, you don't bring me flowers anymore. And he goes, I said, what kind of music do you listen to? And he said something like this. Well, let me tell you a little story about a man named Johnny Tar. He was a hard drinking son of a preacher. Well, he was always at the bar. Lager from the tap, shots of paddy from the shelf, where he could open his throttle as quick as quick as the devil himself. Johnny Tar, he was always at the bar. Johnny Tar, he was always at the bar. It was an amazing day. All right, here we go with the original version of Johnny Tar. You guys can count it in on the count of 10. Ready, go. 1, 2. Story about a man named Johnny Tar. He was a hard drinking son of a preacher, always at the bar. Lager from the tap, for shots of paddy from the shelf. He could open his throttle and throw back a bottle as quick as the devil himself. Johnny Tar. Well, the word got around that Johnny Johnny Tarr was no pretender. From clear to here, they'd lock up the beer when Johnny went on a bender. But down at Dickie Max, the rising sun or at the Swan, he was drinking at 7 by 10 to 11 when all of the booze would be gone. Johnny Tarr. Even if you saw it yourself, you wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't trust a person like me if I were you. Sure, I wasn't there. Swear I have an alibi. Heard it from a man who knows a fellow who says it's true. It was 9 in the morning on a cold and rainy night. Johnny walked into the castle bar, looking to get tight. He had money in his pocket, he had whiskey in his eye. He said, get up off your asses and set up the glasses, I'm drinking this place dry. No, all the serious boozers, sure they were soon broken-hearted. For Johnny finished off 6, and he was only getting started. Guzzling down the pints, and knocking them back like candy. He was looking alright to be drinking all night, then Nora brought out the brandy. Johnny Tarr. If you saw it yourself, you wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't trust a person like me if I were you. Sure, I wasn't there. Swear I have an alibi. I heard it from a man who knows a fellow who says it's true. Now Johnny drank the whole damn bottle. He had another pint or two. When it made no impression, he started a session with Murphy's Millennium Brew. He was waiting for his pint when his face turned green. Jesus, Johnny fell down after only 15. You could have heard a pin drop. The crowd let out a roar. It took 5 Cork women to lift Johnny off the floor. The doctor looked him over, said you better call the hearse. But it's not what you're thinking, it wasn't the drinking. This man died of thirst. Johnny Tarr. Saw it yourself, you wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't trust a person like me if I were you. Sure, I wasn't there. Swear I have an alibi. Heard it from a man who knows a fellow who says it's true. Alright, Kansas City, over to you, let's hear ya. Even if you saw it yourself. Says it's true. Nice one! Nice one!